TIFU working at a gay bar. A few weeks ago I, 20 meters, got my first job as a waiter at a gay bar. Not my first choice. Not even in my top 10. However, as an unemployed student on the precipice of poverty, I was in need of a job. Any job. Despite my enthusiasm to basically do anything for money, I was struggling to find work. My GF, 22, came to my rescue and recommended that I apply for a job at a local gay bar. I looked like a twink who tops, according to her, which apparently put me in the right up their alley category. I hesitated for days, but eventually decided to go to the gay bar and sell my straight soul. I got the job. Part-time. The day shift. The manager referred to it as the safe shift for an inexperienced employee like me. I appreciated the safe shift because the bar was relatively relaxed during the day and I got to wear the family-friendly uniform that covered most of my skin. Less than 2 weeks later, I was working the night shift. I was informed that the night crowd provided much better tips, so I eventually requested the night shift. It was an awkward experience at first because I had to be shirtless while serving mostly male customers who made it painfully obvious that they were further undressing me with their eyes. I had no choice but to get used to the attention and play along. What happened next made me miss unemployment. When I got home the other night, my GF was dying to tell me that some of her gay friends were actually my customers that evening, which I was unaware of because I don't know everyone my GF knows. That was the point. The gay friends were supposed to be strangers to me. My GF convinced them to spend time in the bar and spy on me while I was working. Based on their feedback, I was extremely comfortable flirting with them, to the point of swapping my regular work pants with butt-less work pants. I explained to my GF that I was doing my job, and that her gay friends, who forgot to stay sober during their spy mission, were nagging me all night to show more skin before I realized I would waste less time and energy if I just gave them what they wanted. My GF said she never expected me to really apply for work at a gay bar, let alone flirt and strip for fucking tips. I said I never expected her to send random people to spy on me instead of, oh I dunno, maybe communicating like a normal couple. Or fucking winking or some shit when she recommends a job as a joke. I tapped out as soon as she asked if I was gay or bi. The question alone didn't bother me, it's the fact that I could sense that no answer was gonna be good enough. My GF and I are not speaking at the moment. TL. Dr. I accepted a job at a gay bar after my GF recommended it. Now our relationship is in limbo because I did my job. Ask your girlfriend how she would feel working at Hooters and you sending in your friends to sexually harass her. Still struggling to believe she went that far. Some people will go to great lengths to sabotage their relationships. Truest statement I've seen on Reddit in quite some time. The reality is quite the opposite. It takes a very secure straight man to comfortably flirt with gay men. But also your GF's double standards are fucking toxic. And GT. It takes a very secure straight man to comfortably flirt with gay men. I agree with you, but I wish I knew how to flirt comfortably with anyone, regardless of gender. I think the gay friends were too drunk to know the difference between flirting and friendly service. Honestly, being friendly is basically flirting. It's pretty annoying. And GT. Honestly, being friendly is basically flirting. Especially if it's a sexualized environment. Ya was a waiter for years in college. Felt like a piece of meat sometimes. If you want tips, you have to play the game. BTW. Gay men usually tip very well. They want you to take more than just the tip. You don't see keyboards in the butcher section of a grocery store because meat doesn't complain on the internet. Now bring me a Long Island. And make it big and stiff. Asterisk. Okay, GF sucks, but how were the tips? Some cut, some uncut. No girlfriend who respects her boyfriend would do that. She deliberately sent her friends to workplace to spy on you. Instead of telling her friends off for harassing you during work, she turns on you. She messed up, and she tries to put the blame on you because she's an insecure girl. You didn't foo, your girlfriend is an asshole. Making money from people that are attracted to you doesn't make you gay or bi. Women all over the world take in the tips by wearing low-cut shirts, tight skirts, and taking money from people they would never consider sleeping with. You're literally doing the same thing to make ends meet, and it was her suggestion. Sending her friends in to sexually harass you sucks. Dump her and keep the job. And GT, dump her and keep the job. Between my studies and working at the bar, I have no room for relationship drama. If this is the end, so be it. We're past the honeymoon phase, but we didn't make it to the declaring our undying love for each other phase yet, which kind of makes it easier for me to call it quits if it comes to that. I'm keeping the job. Plus, even if they aren't the people you'd be interested in, getting flirted with and knowing people think you're attractive is a huge confidence boost. Doesn't make you gay too. Take a compliment. Heck, I'm pretty straight, but I'd gladly pick up some extra shifts working at a gay bar. And if buttless pants got me more money, I'd sure as hell wear them. Bro, no lie, I've gotten some of my best compliments from the LGBT community. The people who have complimented me just seem much more free with embracing sexuality and flat out saying what they like. Absolutely a huge confidence boost. She sounds terrible. Probably a good thing you identify that sooner than later. It's weird way to discover the person I liked the most is not the person I should like at all. Age appropriate to discover when you're 20. 10 years from now she's going to be a I once dated a girl who story and you'll wonder what you ever saw in her. Can confirm. My I once dated a girl who stories could fill up at least a 2-hour podcast episode. Subscribe asterisk. My BF worked at a gay bar. He got assaulted frequently, unwanted dick grabs, but the money was crazy and he Coles put up W it. I stopped in notice one night and saw him hamming it up for tips. It was honestly just like Dennis from the first episode of IASIP. It surprised me and I teased him occasionally. But money is money. Maybe your GF doesn't understand poverty at all, but I think her reaction is shite. And the fact that she couldn't just come see for herself is cowardly. My boyfriend and I were both bartenders. It is an unwritten rule you don't fuck with your partner's money, assuming you want both your relationship and work life to be successful. It is a no jealousy zone. If I was ever sitting at his bar and he's flirting with, talking to girls he's serving, I'm pretending I don't know him. That's dinner money. Same at my bar. We both know how it goes and the difference between performing and interested. If a chick drunkenly slipped him her number, I'd say he did a damn good job. If he called it lol, would be a different conversation. That seems like a very healthy way to look at it. Probably helps that you are both in the same job and know what to expect. I know it's struggle with it. My dad is the worst dog trainer I know. He does this thing where he tells his dog to do something and when they do it, he admonishes them. It's sort like a loyalty test, but it's counterproductive because it teaches the dog to not trust his commands. Your girlfriend is treating you the way my dad treats his dogs. As someone who went into behavior science, that's the dumbest thing I've heard in a while. It's also pretty cruel. They trust him and he's being a shitty person too. Innocent animals. Seriously, why the fuck would you gaslight a dog? My dad is the opposite. He will tell the dog no to pets a bunch of times, and then give in and pet and hug the dog. Same with treats. And table scraps. And then he wonders why they'll never leave him alone. Fuck her, make that money, bro. No, don't fuck her. Fuck the guys and make extra money, bro. J. Lol, see this guy right here, true hustler. Oh my. That's really weird that she would literally send people to spy on you. But even if you were bi, it doesn't mean you'd be cheating at your job. A long conversation, or a breakup, seems to be necessary. Not spy, sent them to entrap him and test him. It was not a passive activity on her friend's part based on the description of the interaction. Okay, for starters, as cringe as it might be, a little flirting to get a bigger tip isn't inappropriate. It's the name of the game. Also, what you did, are doing, happens more than you probably realize. When I was in college, I, straight female, went to a gay bar with my male gay friend. The bartender there was super cute. And super straight. Everyone knew. But that didn't stop him from jokingly playing around with the customers. I'm sure if I didn't have a girlfriend you could totally turn me gay. That'll be $3.50. He was a good sport, and super friendly with everyone. We all loved him. Also heavy-handed with the liquor, which is always appreciated. He worked there for years, made major bank, and left with the love and respect of the entire gay community. Fact remains, it takes a very secure straight man to work in a gay setting, but the fact you can is a positive. The fact your girlfriend told you to apply for a job that she didn't want you to have and then gave you crap about it later is pretty toxic. It's also weird that she sent people to spy on you at work. She could have come in with her gay